From the KBIA newsroom in Columbia, I'm Stan Jastrzebski. The Environmental Protection Agency has announced a new grant to help address PFAS, often called forever chemicals, in Missouri's drinking water systems. KBIA's Najifa Farhat reports on how that money could be used.
The $13 million in funding is part of a nationwide program aimed at helping small or disadvantaged communities to tackle contaminants linked to health concerns, including certain cancers. Missouri communities can use the money for water testing, planning, and infrastructure upgrade. Missouri Conference Waterkeeper Board member Bob Menace says the funding falls far short of what Missouri needs.
It's also very duplicitous to simultaneously, while giving small amounts of money to states to deal with the problem, to then pull back some actual gains in federal regulation.
The funding announcement comes the same week EPA rolled back some major federal PFAS regulation. I'm Najifa Farhat, KBI News.
Missouri's move to legalize the use of marijuana may have consequences for how those who work at dispensaries are treated. The Missouri Independent reports a movement is afoot by some marijuana dispensary workers to unionize. About 4 dozen workers at Proper Cannabis, a St. Louis dispensary, have filed paperwork to form a union. The company has sought to block that claim on the grounds that they are agricultural workers. The move by Proper's employees comes after a 2-year battle between workers at another St. Louis dispensary, Since, and that dispensary's parent company, Bee Leaf Medical. Since's employees won their petition to unionize earlier this year. Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway says she expects lawsuits over which congressional map the state will use to continue through Election Day. As Jody Fortino reports from Kansas City, Hanaway is backing Secretary of State Denny Hoskins' bid to delay counting signatures gathered to forestall the use of those new maps.
The Missouri group People Not Politicians is suing Secretary of State Denny Hoskins to force him to either accept or reject the group's referendum on the new map, aimed at ousting Democratic Congressman Emanuel Cleaver II. Hanaway says the deadline to certify the referendum isn't until the end of July.
He's just following the law. And so, that's what the Secretary of State, as Attorney General and trying to uphold the laws of Missouri, would hope that he would do.
Hanaway says the state has already won a few lawsuits, one of which allowed the new congressional map to take effect. I'm Jody Fortino.
And regardless of which maps are used, 4 ballot measures will be on the August primary ballot. Governor Mike Kehoe announced Friday Missourians will vote on allowing the legislature to raise sales and use taxes as a way to eliminate the income tax. They'll also decide the fate of a proposal making it harder to pass some constitutional amendments. Those measures will appear alongside one to reauthorize a sales tax funding conservation efforts and state parks, as well as another that would make the Jackson County assessor an elected position. I'm Stan Jastrzebski, KBIA News, Columbia.